3 years ago, I had a virtual event where I hosted 1,000 participants from different continents of the world in a program titled or tagged, Is This Marriage Thing Really For Me? And today, I'm so excited that I have Dr. Mrs. Blessing Ogbonnaya, a wife, a mother, and a dental doctor. And we're going to talk about and discuss, is this marriage thing really for me? And then we will talk about the juicy aspect of her marriage. I just can't wait. What does Love Junkie mean?
Thank you very much for the question. All right, for the origin of Love Junkie basically started when I was in the university.
Really?
Yes, it was in the university, and I just rounded off my final exams, but I had to stay by because I had to rewrite another paper. And so before then, there was this thingy inside me to, reach out to people, especially when it comes to love and relationships. So I started writing. I would write with my this BlackBerry. Then I would post on my status, post on Facebook, post on the social media I had. Then even Twitter. I just started writing. People started reaching out to me. They were like, "Wow, this blessed me." It just stuck with me that the name Love Junkie was a social media name that just has been part of me ever since 2013. I started writing on love, relationships, marriages, and all the rest. So that's how the origin of Love Junkie actually started.
Then what was it like growing up as a girl child?
Growing up for me as a girl was beautiful. I was born into a family of seven, my parents and my four siblings. And it was good because my parents did all that they had to do to train me up and train us up in the way that was right, and it was part of me. I went to schools where I was very expressive. I've always been a very expressive child. And also, always been a very lovable child. I want to love people. I want to treat them nicely. I don't want them to be hurt, and even if they get to be hurt, I'm always the first person to reach out to them and say, "Oh, I'm sorry. Whatever it is that happened between us, I always take the blame and, just to make sure this person is loved and to be at peace." That was just basically how I can remember about my childhood. Yes.
At this point, let's go for a short break. For me, there are different things I look out for in movies. Number one is the quality of the movie, the audio production, the quality of the visual, the video production, the quality of the picture, and then I look out for the acting skills of the people involved. And then I also look out for the script, the quality of the script, and then the storyline, how beautiful it is, and how each scene goes into another. I also look out for the work of the director. I want to see how the movie is directed. There are different movies that I watch. Foreign movies are my favorite, especially American movies. Then kudos to Nollywood. Nollywood nowadays are now pushing out good products. Movies used to be one of the biggest industry here in Nigeria. And my favorite is Mad. Just the number. Oh, just marry. And so kudos to Bollywood movie industry. So I really want to know what are the things that make your movies to be your favorite.
Many years ago, I asked a girl out, and then she asked for my favorite color, and I couldn't answer. I went back home and started asking myself a lot of questions. Out of those questions were like three questions. Number one is, who am I? What's my life purpose? How do I achieve my life assignment? These are three questions that will lead you into life's gold mine, and I will help you to live a better version of your life.
You're welcome back. I was going to ask, what was friendship and relationship like with your husband? How did you guys go about it?
Okay, for me, friendship and relationship when I was growing, my friendship with my husband was, we met in 2010. We met, and we just became friends. It was just a very casual friendship, and we just got along. He schooled in a different area from where I schooled, but we were just in touch. And there was a kind of activity we had to do that brought us once in a year to do that stuff together. And so most of the time when we met in that particular program, we would talk about, all the things that we needed to talk because we were just seeing ourselves over 1 year, and it's our friendship continued for like three years, thereabout. And I remember vividly when he was coming to ask me out or ask my hand in marriage, it had been 3 years and we were not even so close as friends. They had something, he had even done something to me that was really nasty, kind of, and I just forgave him, okay? But then I remember very well that that period of forgiving and that period was like a healing process for me. So I just kept him as friend. This is just a friend, no big deal. He's okay, he's nice and all that. I had friends that I knew that if they come to ask my hand in marriage or wanting to date me, I would say yes. And I still had friends where if they came to ask my hand in marriage, I'll still say no. And so for 3 years we were friends. Then after 3 years, he came and said he wants to marry me, and it was beautiful because I was like, fine, we have been good friends. I didn't get to start holding myself or acting like we were dating before I said yes. So I said, okay, let's give it some time. I thought about it, and after then we started as our courtship, our dating. Then for relationship, our relationship was beautiful, very beautiful because I remember very well we were so fond of each other because we had been friends, and like I said, we had done all that we had to do as friends to continue in a relationship. So the relationship was beautiful. We got to know ourselves better, all the areas that he wanted me to know about him, all the areas that I wanted him to know about him. So just more of friendship continued. It was beautiful. So the relationship friendship aspect was more like a continuation of the friendship, but now with spicing with a kind of affection, emotional kind of feeling, and it was just beautiful. Yeah.
Be right back after this break.
Is this married thing for you?
Yes, I know that marriage can be really difficult, but I love companionship a lot. I love to have someone I can share my life with. We can walk through the journey of life together. Someone to share secrets with, to share dreams, visions, purpose in life, to carry love, to carry joy, to carry children together with. I love the idea of marriage because I love companionship. Yes.
Hello, my name is Ife Dolapo. I'm here to share a few reasons why I think marriage is for me. Okay, in every marriage, I believe there's always a good and a bad time. But for me, goals alignment and sharing of common values and belief system is the strongest point for me. So I believe marriage is for me. Thank you.
My name is Tayo Bikoya. I believe marriage is for me for three reasons. Number one, it is an avenue for me to fulfill the desire of the heart of God, my Father. First, to say it is not good for man to be alone. Therefore, let us create, for him someone like an help meet, right? Create for him and help meet. And then now says, further it says, for this reason shall a man leave and cleave on his wife. So I believe that the concept of marriage is an idea from the heart of God, and for me to want to get into marriage or getting into marriage is a good thing to do because I'm fulfilling one of the desires of the heart of God. Number two, I believe marriage is an avenue for me to grow because over time, I've spent some time in this marriage and I've realized that there are certain things I've not been able to grow, right? Really, or learning anew, and I'm learning in different light because now I'm in marriage. I don't just make judgments for myself just from my own point of view, aside from the fact that I have sounding board, but my wife now is the first sounding board, to make some certain judgments and to improve on certain things and certain areas of my life. I'll just leave it at that. Number three, which is the last one, marriage is an avenue for you to not do life alone, right? Life can be lonely sometimes, and the concept of marriage makes it easy for people. Like, it is when you marry the right person, right? So it is easy for you to have a company, even unsolicited company that will always be able to carry your burden with you, share your pain, share your joy. I'm excited today, babe. This is it. I got this, I got that, and then your low moments too. You are not. So marriage ensures that you don't do life alone under God. So with this, I think I strongly believe that marriage is for me, and I'm enjoying my marriage. Thank you.
You're welcome back. What does it feel like to be married? Because I see married people flashing their rings and the rest like that.
Okay, marriage is beautiful. Marriage is so beautiful, and for me personally, it's something that I would, encourage a person on the surface of the earth, and that's because it cuts across all cultures, all all walks of life, all people. People want to get married because they want somebody in their life. They want a companion. They want to be able to be together with somebody. To to be together is beautiful. And for me, for as a person, I've been married for 7 years, and all through these years, I've had beautiful moments. It's been such a beautiful experience for me. I love my husband. Is if I it's like we just got married because every single day is like we are in our honeymoon. We are getting to know ourselves better. We're loving ourselves better. It's just beautiful. Why? Because we decided to go into marriage with the understanding that this thing is instituted in such a way to bless me and to bless him as well. We don't have we don't have the inkling of separation or divorce. Why? Because the essence of marriage is actually to keep two people together for companionship, to complement each other. We are sociable beings, okay? God created us in such a way that we need somebody in our lives That's why everybody wants to feel love. Everybody wants to be loved. No man, no woman on the surface of the earth will turn love down. And that's the essence of marriage. So for me, marriage is beautiful. And I believe that it can be beautiful for every single person as long as they're ready to learn, everything about it. But you should be knowledgeable about marriage, not just to jump into marriage, because you're feeling all the butterflies in your stomach, or you're feeling so sensual or so romantic with the person, but be able to learn the necessary ingredient that will make your marriage last for as long as you both live. It will go a long way in making your marriage beautiful. Yeah. And okay, and in times whereby it looks like we have, an issue, or we have a problem where we have to, sort things out or quarrel or whatever. There were times that I had to look inside of myself, and said, because I had come into this marriage thing with no going back, no looking back, no separation, no divorce. I told myself that it's going to work. So, we had to come back to the table and say, okay, this is what you did that I don't like. Let's see how we can solve this matter. And of course, because he also has that understanding that in this marriage thing, if we want it to work, we don't want a situation whereby we go our separate ways. We're willing to come together, talk about the issue, and find a solution. All right. So for me personally, I know that there've been times, and there will still be times, whereby that my husband would make me feel not too happy, or me will make him feel not too happy. But it got to be a time whereby we have to come back together and sort, whatever issue we have. And that's why it has to be on the background of friendship. When you have a friend, you have a best friend, no matter how you get to fight with each other, whatever, there will still be a time you guys come together, you talk about the way forward, you tell the person I'm sorry, and even that period or whatever it is that you do could make your bond even stronger. And that's how it should be even for marriage.
Is this marriage thing really for you?
I believe so strongly that marriage thing is for me. Why? Because of the kind of way God has created me as a person. Like I said earlier, I said marriage was created, was instituted for us as sociable beings. And I said that it cuts across all cultures. You go to India, you go to Pakistan, you see people, Africa, every single person wants to get married or wants to get connected to one person, and it is the reason why the marriage thingy is accepted all over the world because of the way it was instituted. One, to complement each other. You don't want to live all by yourself. We were not created in such a manner, to stay all by ourselves. We were created to have relationships, friendship relationships, even at work, at place of businesses. You have friends, and so marriage was a platform given to make people, be free with each other. And also, more importantly, another reason why marriage was instituted was for companionship, for sex. Why sex? Because God knows that there's a thing, a part of us that's yearning for wanting to express love. And when you want to express love to somebody, of course, sex is like the end product. And so, if you're going to be saying marriage thingy, it is definitely for me. Because I did not come to this world, to stay up by myself. And as a woman, a global woman, of course, I want to have sex at the time. So married, and thank God I have my husband where I could, exercise that with. So of course, the marriage thing is for me. I believe so strongly. And lastly, because it helps me fulfill my purpose. My purpose, I believe so strongly, is also connected to the person I get married to. There's something that God wants us to do. There's something that the universe wants us to do, even for other people. Okay, and so when we come together as man and wife, we have been strengthened. Our bond is strengthened. Whatever it is that we have on the table is even more. So we can reach out to more persons. We can be a blessing to more people. And because of that alone, people are better all over the world. Look at it. People that are doing great things in the world today, majority of them are married couples because of the synergy marriage brings for those couples to make things happen for whatever it is that their audience are. So of course, the marriage thing is so definitely for me, and also the marriage thing can be for everybody as well. If people are ready, to understand what marriage really entails and put themselves to getting all the knowledge and making their marriage work beautifully well.